Hi folks, welcome back to AVC. Today's going to be a quick review for this small RDA here. This is going to be the newest family member to the Aquamaster range from Footoon. It's going to be the Aquamaster RDA. It's going to be a 24mm RDA, single coil that is skronkable. It's going to be a pulseless deck. On the deck there is a clamping system there for your legs, which is quite unique. I don't think I've seen it before in the past. The airflow we have seen before in the past on things like the Velocity RDA and more recently on things like the Lynx RDA from Digiflavor, I believe it was. But Footoon have incorporated it really well. It's giving really good flavour and good performance. This was sent out to me from Mark at Nature Vape, so a big thank you Mark for that. So yeah, first of all, going to go down, open the box, look around, do a build on the Aquamaster RDA from Footoon. Okay, here the box the Aquamaster RDA comes in. It's quite a big box. On the front it says Aquamaster RDA, little picture and a little nicotine warning. On this side, Aquamaster RDA. On this side, your little QC pass and your little sticker to indicate the colour. Mine's going to be silver. On this side, again, Aquamaster RDA. On this side, your little scratch and check hologram. On the back, just says Aquamaster RDA. All use your warnings. And again, the nicotine warning. There's no little box here to indicate what comes inside the package. So just slide this open. And inside we have the RDA. Put it to one side. Underneath here, you'll find a little baggie. Inside the baggie, it's got a little tri-screwdriver, some spare O-rings, a little coiling tool here which I'll show you about. There's also going to be two small springs. You might see one there. I'll show what they're for later on as well. There's no 510 pin in here, which is a shame because on the RDA itself, it has a skronk pin. There's no 510 pin included in the spare bags in this kit here. I'll talk about that later on. There is a bit of gun news from Nature Vape about that. You may also notice inside the box there's going to be no instructions. And here we are with the RDA itself. On the base, it does have the little Aqua logo, your little dose spots on the bin, your CE mark, your little Footoon signature. This here is going to be a black O-ring. This is going to be a 24mm RDA. On the top, there's a drip tip. It's going to be 810. You can see here, it slightly overhangs like this. Just take it off. This is going to be 810 compatible. You can put in another 810. I quite prefer this one because it looks nice and flush with this part here. With this one, the one it comes with. I don't know, for me personally, I'm not keen on that sort of overhang on it. If you open up the airflow fully, you won't see that. You might be asking about the airflow. The airflow is actually going to be this seam here. What you've got to do is hold it here and just twist this. And the more you twist this, you will start to expose two air slots, one that side and one that side. You can go all the way open. Now when it's all the way open, that seam has gone more or less. It's got more. So now that looks more flush. But if like me, you vape it only half the way, because I've been vaping this for this almost half closed, that lip is there. So I've been using this one. But again, that's just a personal thing. On the side here, you do have the Aqua logo on this side and this side. There's a little notch here, as you can see. There's one here on the other side. Show that for in a minute. This whole top piece will unscrew totally. As you can see, it unscrews totally. There's a little black O-ring here to help keep it all sealed. So yeah, just screw it back on again. If you want to clean it, you can take it all apart to clean it. Screw it back. Just going to take this apart. Now the top cap, you need to open the airflow slightly. So yeah, on the top cap, the air's got to come in here. Come in through this part here and travel along here to hit the coil on both sides. And this part is where your wick is going to be. Just here there's a notch and just here there's a little notch. And on the base there is a little notch. Just here, as you can see, one there and one there. That is what that line is for on the base. Line up that line with that line, and then push it down together. One side goes in easy, this side you got to sort of push harder, and it will click into place. When you are doing the wicking on this one, you have to be careful, because it might be a 24mm RDA, but you've got a very flat deck here, and because of the pattern here, it's like a 4-leaf clover. This part here, the outside, is going to be more or less flush against the base. When you do your coil here and your wick goes in here, this part here will be sitting on top of that. So you've got to be careful when you do the wicking that there's no cotton is sort of overhanging here slightly, or it will catch on this one. Now on the deck itself, as you can see, there's a little hole here for your squonk. There's one on both sides and a little channel here. So when you squonk, the juice comes out these two holes and goes down this channel towards the wick, and again this side towards the wick. And this is where you're going to put your legs. As you can see here, there's one screw here and one screw here. These are screwed down here on both sides. It's going to be a flathead screwdriver. Need to get one. Just put that inside and unscrew it. This one is already unscrewed. As I screw it in, as you can see, that will move in and get tighter and tighter. So when you're putting your coil in here, you want one leg to sit inside here. There's a little lip that will sit inside there or there, and again there or there. And as you screw that down, it will tighten up and will squeeze against the legs and hold it in place. This is going to be a pulsar stick, obviously, and that little tool in the bag, I need to get it for you. Yeah, on this little tool here, it's like a little coiling rod. You've got two little holes here. This is going to be to cut your legs to the sides. You put your legs in here and cut it. I did try to use this when I first got this, but I found that this was not the right size for me because my airflow was coming in under the coil, not hitting at the side at all. I took my coil out and I measured it on my little coily tool. This is going to cut your legs at 5mm. I think that's a bit too big for me. I have since then been using my coily tool and I've been cutting my legs at 4mm. 4mm, the airflow's coming under the coil and just slightly at the side. If you like your airflow to be hitting the coil more on the side, you can go between a 3, a 3.5. If, like me, you like your airflow to be at the side and under the coil, I would suggest using a 4mm leg. So yeah, this coil I'm going to be installing now, I've already been using it for a while, and it's already been cut to size. It's going to be a 4mm leg. The coil I'm going to be using is going to be the 2-core parallel fused Clapton coil from Nature Vape as well. It's going to be a 0.91 ohm. I'm using one that high resistance because I'm going to be vaping this on my Stentorian RAM squonk box. This one is not regulated. I'm going to install this one. So yeah, you're just going to put one leg in this side here and then one leg in this side here and screw it down. One side. And that's the other side, all screwed in. So yeah, just like that. So like I said, one leg goes in here or in here, one leg goes in here or in here. Keep it nice and centered. And that for me has been about the right height. Like I said, this one with the 5mm leg, I found that was too high. The air was coming in and going under the coil too much. For me, 4mm, the airflow is hitting slightly at the side and slightly under. Like I said, if you like the airflow to hit the coil more directly at the side, you could go for between a 3, 3.5 or a 4, but the 5mm for me was just too much. Let's check the ohms. Coming out at 0.85. Give it a quick test fire. Glowing nicely. Like I said, I've been using this for a while now as it is. So let it cool down, put some wick in there. Trim it to the side, almost to the rim of the RDA itself. And like I said earlier on, let's turn it off. Like I said earlier on, when you wick this, you've got to get your cotton inside here. Just like that. But you really need to make sure that there's none overhanging on this side here or on this side here, because that top cap is smaller. That part there, I can show you. That part there is where your wick is going to be. If this was over here and overhanging too much, it will get trapped underneath this part here and this part here. So make sure it's in the center and make sure it's all the way down flush. That for me has been fine. The juice I'm using is going to be my rhubarb and custard from the True Juice range, again from Nature Vape. Going to give a quick saturation. Go for test fire. Still 0.85. And we have vapors. Going to put this on my little Stentorian RAM squonker. This is going to be totally mechanical. I need to give a little quick shout out here to Daniel, one of my subscribers. He heard that my Pulse 80 watt squonker was dead and he did send it out for me. I've had it for a while now, not had a really chance to use it. So yeah, big thank you to Daniel. You may recognise his symbol here below. If you ever watched the Nature Vape's live show on Tuesday nights, Daniel is one of the moderators. So yeah, this was sent out to me about a month ago, 2 months ago. I've not had a chance to show it off. This is going to be purely mechanical, no chip inside it. Let's go test the squonk inside. You can see squonks up there. It will follow those channels and go down towards the wick on both sides. It works better with a top cap on, just showing you how it works. So yeah, just put a top cap. Like I said, there's a little notch here. There's a little notch on the base as well. Just line them up together and push it down. One side will go in, and the other side is there, but you also push it harder and you'll hear it click. It's in place. I've been vaping mine with mine about halfway open. So yeah, give a quick vape. And there we are. That was the Aqua Master RDA from Footoon. Let's go up top, have a quick talk. So yeah, there we are. That was up close for the Aqua Master RDA from Footoon. Still on the same coil, obviously. It's 0.85. Quick vape. Good flavour, good airflow. That's with it halfway open, like I showed you. On this one here, it's going to give me about 25 watts. That is ample with the airflow open half the way. If I want to open it more, I want to change it slightly though. But take it off that one. Put it on a device for a minute. So yeah, I've changed it to my regulated device. Got the airflow wide open. On this one, it's reading it as a 0.86 ohm coil. Gonna fire this at 35 watts, wide open. And wide open, that is a really open, airy direct to lung. Halfway, it's a slightly restricted direct to lung. You could go all the way down to being almost closed to get a really loose mouth to lung, but it's not designed for that. This really is a direct to lung RDA. On my mechanical, like I said, with a 4.2 volt battery at 0.85 ohms, I can't go higher than 25 watts. That's all it's going to give me. So I did change it over to try it. I'm going to put this down to halfway open on the airflow and reduce the power down to 30 watts. Again, really nice flavour. That's one thing I will say about this. This RDA is producing some good flavour. And that's because of that top cap, like I showed you in the up close. It's got what like I said, it's like a 4-leaf clover sort of indentation. When that top cap is on over the deck, it does really reduce the chamber inside, really condensing the vapour, giving it really, really good flavour. So yeah, a few bad points about this, and these bad points are going to be probably personal. It's not going to be bad points about the device itself. As I said earlier on, the drip tip. I don't like it. When the airflow is wide open like this, it's fine. When you close it halfway down, you get like a little lip there. I'm not keen on that. That, like I said, that's going to be personal. The glove screws on a build deck, they are flathead screws. I'm not keen on flathead screws. So it's going to be a bad point, but not really, because those screws are recessed in the holes. So you put your screwdriver in and just turn it. It's a lot easier. The other bad point will be that it's only squonkable. That bad point is going to be a good point as well. I have been informed by Nature Vape that Footoon has sent him out a whole load of 510 pins. And going forward, if you buy this from Nature Vape here in the UK, when you buy it, he will be including a 510 pin, so you can use it just as a dripper. Going forward, I do believe they're going to start doing that in the new packaging, putting a 510 pin in. Was it an oversight? I'm not too sure. Did they think it was going to be just popular as a squonker? Again, I'm not too sure. As a squonker, it's been performing really, really well. But I would like to use this more as a dripper for my reviews, for my tasting. So Mark, if you're watching, next time I buy something from your site, send me a little pin so I can use it as a dripper. The good points for this RDA will be the flavour. The flavour it's producing is really, really good. I do believe because of that top cap, with it being like a 4-leaf clover indentation, when you put it on top, it is 24mm, but that really does reduce the chamber size. It's giving you a really nice condensed flavour. I do like the airflow. It is working really, really well. The way I've got mine, like I showed you with the 4mm legs, my airflow comes at the side and just slightly under the coil, and that for me is perfect. The build deck, easy to build on. I do like those little C-clamps where you just put the legs in one each corner and screw it in. Dead easy to build, easy to wick. The squonk feature has been working perfectly. I've had no problems. That little black O-ring on the base, that helps to keep any liquid that might spill out of your squonk in and not leak out of your device. I've had no leaking from it at all using the squonker. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Aquamaster RDA. I have been really enjoying this one. Good flavour, good airflow, easy to build, easy to wick, really simple. So yeah, like I said, this was sent out to me from Nature Vape. You can buy this now on Nature Vape's website. So a big thank you to Mark for that. Guys and girls, hope you like the video. Do like the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't done already. And yeah, I'm going to say to you, like I always say to you, every time, I will see you all next time.